Hello everyone, welcome to Liberal Tarot. I'm Sherry and I'm a blue dot and a red state utilizing tarot to help us navigate these very interesting times we've got going on here in the United States. So I'm really glad that you're here and welcome. The focus of today's reading is going to be about this mess in the DNC. Okay, and the big headlines are about David Hogg, and that it's been a bit sensationalized in mainstream media. I know, shocking, and probably more so on the Republican side, and because they're saying that David Hogg was like not elected. That there was something nefarious going on in the election, and they're really focusing on David. It's almost like they made it sound like it was his fault, and so I was like, that doesn't sound right. So when I really looked into this, he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong, but this the accusation against the DNC is that they broke their own rules on gender diversity. Okay. And so, and it puts into question, it isn't just David Hogg, it's also Malcolm Kenyatta, who is another Gen Z, the two Gen Zs that were elected to vice chairs of the DNC, and then, the other three. So, but yet David Hogg's name is out there, with this. So, but it actually involved all five chairs. It wasn't anything that they did. And so what's going to happen is the election is going to be done again. That was basically what that came down to. I want to look at will David and Malcolm be reelected, and just kind of that the base reading and kind of where does it go from here. Honestly, this reeks of, we don't want Gen Z here. David is definitely causing waves, saying if you're not going to fight for the American people, expect to be primaried. And so right now, the bigger feeling I get on this is old guard Democrats. They want to play by the old rule book. They want to play it safe. Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, Gavin Newsom, Elise Slotkin, all of those people want to play, the old guard of, I know some of those are newer to politics, but they're playing by the old rule book. And that rule book does not exist anymore. And so now you have, I know that, when AOC came on board, the DNC thought they had their hands full with her. Oh no, she paved the way, for David Hogg, to come to really just come in, and he's not asking permission. Okay. He is just doing. And that is exactly what, in my opinion, what the DNC needs. They need to, him coming out and saying you either fight for the people or get primary. That is exactly what the message needs to be. And, I will back that up with the evidence of, look at the rallies that AOC and Bernie Sanders are having. You have thousands, 36,000 that went to just the Denver one, and like thousands show up wherever they go. And Chuck Schumer can't even have a book tour. So I'm thinking it's pretty clear where the people are on this. And I will say, I love that, people are rallying around the progressive arm. And if you look at it, it's like, it's really not even that progressive. Yes, we should have clean water and clean air. Kids shouldn't be shot at school. So, with that being said, I want to look at, the DNC. Are they going to get with the program, or are they going to continue doing what they're doing? Because I tell you what, people are not happy with the DNC. And this old guard way of doing things. So, let's just do a base reading, and kind of the base reading around the energy with, David and Malcolm. And I'm still going to be using because they are the face of this re-election. So I'm going to go ahead and, kind of continue that, even though I understand that this has nothing to do. Technically, it doesn't have anything to do with them, but I think that, had they not won, I don't think that this breaking their own rules on gender diversity would have been brought up. That's just my opinion. So, not a tarot moment, not an intuitive moment, just my own opinion. And this is for entertainment purposes only, so I will definitely share those opinions. So, just the energy around the DNC and this, just, what's happening with David Hogg and Malcolm Kenyatta. Or Kenyatta. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Okay, so base reading. And with that base reading, yeah, I think they were probably surprised that that both of them, not only were they elected, but that they've been so vocal. Especially, David Hogg, he's got the platform and he uses it very well. Okay, so restrictions. That's the heart of this. The here and now, wanting to place restrictions on this. This is like full of surprises. And establishment may be really worried about too much change too quick, too fast, too soon. I old guard Democrats, you might want to check the weather outside. We need a new playbook, and they understand that. By they, the younger generation. Okay. And, you've got AOC, Bernie Sanders, he's definitely not in the Gen Z, Cory Booker, Chris Murphy. You definitely have people within the Democratic Party that understand this, and that they're not here to, they're not here to make friends. They're here to win elections and to do what's right for the people. Okay. The options. Page of Pentacles. This is going to be, the younger generation. And this is the options of, maybe listen to them. Okay. We have a choice here, and the DNC has a choice. You can get on board and you can help. I don't want to use the word, you can be a mentor to this younger generation in helping them achieve what it is that they see as a path forward. Maybe there needs to be a little bit more temperance in there, but they're right. I mean, they're right. They need, this is the younger generation. It's time. Okay, for them to take the reins. The reason I say, like a mentorship situation is pages. There is a certain level of inexperience that comes with this. As I said, there could be a really strong partnership between a new generation of leadership and the outgoing leadership. That's what I'm trying to say. They could really come together and make this a stronger party. Okay. But right now, the way this is coming up is they would rather stifle that young voice rather than actually, listen. Okay. The foundation, past experiences. The Democratic Party, they thought this was just all working just fine. Okay. No, it wasn't. Okay. King of Wands. Messaging, and once again, this person is looking to the past. Okay, the old playbook is not going to work. This page looking to the past, but you also have like that younger voice of what is it that, yes, we are absolutely going to look at what has been done before us, but how is it that we can go forward? We're not going to be restricted to just the way we've always done things. And the potential here is moving forward. How can we, and you got balance, how can we move forward in a more balanced approach? So yes, the younger generation, partner with the older generation, the new leadership versus the older leadership, find a balanced way to go forward. Yes, we absolutely need to have primaries against people that aren't fighting for the people. Old guard needs to see this. Okay. Maybe some of the messaging could be, a little bit better. I'm just saying that there could be something to be learned on both sides. Okay. That's what we need as a balanced approach, not this nonsense of redoing elections because, somebody didn't like the outcome. Okay. So, will they get reelected? Let's do David first. Will David Hogg be reelected to his position? Victory. I mean, that's just victory. He now has to wait to see and moving forward. I think so. I think he will be reelected. And then Malcolm Kenyatta, is he going to be reelected? And with him being, yes. 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 Okay. Malcolm's cards are coming up pretty strong here. He is going to be reelected. David, you get that he made this hanged man. Like people are, giving pause. Like he's probably ruffled some feathers in the old guard Democrats. Oh well, and so this is victory after waiting and moving forward. So if he's not reelected, this is going to be him going into, he's not going to stop. Let's put it that way. Whether he's in an elected position or not, he is not going to stop. Okay. That's not going to stop him. Okay. The other, Malcolm Kenyatta, yes, I think that he will absolutely be reelected. So I think with David, it's a little bit harder to read just because, like if he's not reelected, it's not going to stop him. He's still going to keep going. So he'll do it either with or without the title of vice chair. That's what's coming up with that. So, yeah, that's what I get with this. Is I think that this is kind of, we're starting to see the kind of old guard Democrats not really wanting to accommodate the younger voices. As I said, they thought they had their hands full with AOC. They ain't seen nothing yet whenever it comes to David Hogg. And whether he's reelected, he's not going to stop. And I think that's probably the bigger message is he's going to keep doing, he's going to keep being that voice regardless of the title and regardless of whatever organization he's in. So that's kind of more, like for him, I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but his message and his, what he does isn't going to change. Okay. And the other one, it looked like he would get reelected for sure. So I will keep watching this, especially as I tried to see when they were going to be doing those reelections and I couldn't find anything on that. So, yeah, as that comes closer, I guess, and whenever I find out more, I will definitely keep watching this just like I am all the other stuff. And I will do a follow-up reading if need be. So thank you for joining me. Subscribe. I never remember. Subscribe is one way, and the videos are on the other side. Check out some of my other videos. And thank you for joining me, and I will catch you on the next reading. Have a good day.